Okay, what's going on, everyone? Doc here, and today I want to talk about the future of Marvel Contest of Champions. So, I had a little bit of graphics coming up I was working on. I was going to do a full record on them this afternoon, but this got leaked, and Kabam put up the full forum post earlier than it was supposed to. So, I thought I would just talk over this, and I still have my notes on the side, so I can kind of give my thoughts on it anyways. So, basically what this is it's a little bit of a roadmap to a roadmap, but it kind of gives details on what we can expect, in-depth information on in the coming weeks. I think up to July 1st we're going to hear a lot of stuff on all of these four topics. So I want to kind of go over my in-depth thoughts on it today, kind of read a little bit through this document and kind of talk about what I'm most excited for, what I think is definitely going to be the best thing coming out of this, and kind of what could be not great coming out of this, but it's all really good. So this is written by Kabam. That Jim is a lead game designer. It's also a Captain Sparkles fanboy, which is interesting. I thought that was at my first thought was the Minecraft YouTuber Captain Sparkles, but I guess that's with a Z, not an S, and it's a Captain Marvel movie, not the Minecraft YouTuber. So he wrote this whole thing, and it's got a ton of really good stuff. A lot of based on feedback, that kind of stuff. So let's get right into it. So part one, quests. So they'll go in-depth information on this will be posted on the 23rd of June. So in 5 days from the actual day I'm going to be recording and posting this. So lots of details here. So a new vision for the new direction of story content in MCOC. I think this is pretty similar to the book 2, chapter 1, the new direction, challenge, and gameplay of the latest act. So they already kind of talked a little bit about this after they did the beta. They kind of realized they weren't quite going where they wanted to, and where the community wanted them to. So it'll be interesting to see where they have decided to go with that next. Act 6 changes coming to Act 6. Can't wait to see it. Gonna get rid of attack values. They're probably gonna reduce the damage you take on block, which is great. You cannot really block too much in Act 6, except I found that the Grandmaster fight was easier in terms of block damage than so many other fights in the game. And a new champion fight, which is really good. I did not like the champion fight. I was kind of avoiding going back into him at any point, but now I might have to when they update it, and I'm excited to see them taking a look at it. I hope they don't completely redo it, because some things are really interesting. Like having to dex the champion specials is annoying, but it's high skill and the block isn't that bad. But I think anything above that level of health can be really difficult. So, teaser for Act 5, which is Blood and Venom. They talked a little bit about this in the short-term roadmap. This is going to be coming out in August, so in 2 months from now. Excited for that. Variant 4 was phenomenal. Hopefully they do something similar for 5. Cavalier difficulty. They talked a little bit about this in the roadmap to Cavalier difficulty as well. Basically, it's coming. They're going to start up some stuff about it soon, I think. And yeah, hopefully some really good rewards coming out of Cav difficulty every month. Bonus rewards for Abyss, they've already discussed. With the Abyss Cavalier Crystal, I really like it. 1 of 10 champions, definitely want to keep going for Abyss. Eventually I'll get to Abyss. I don't have Aegon right now. Can't go for it, but maybe someday. And Beyond is really the thing I want to point out. I don't know what Beyond is. I don't know if this... Because Beyond, to me, definitely makes it seem like it's further past Abyss, and Abyss is like the most endgame content now. I don't think they're going to change any Act 6 stuff, so are they... I don't really know what to think about that, but maybe that is some boost to Act 6 rewards. Book 2 is more than epic new gameplay. New sounds. That's a fun one. I might turn on my sound for that. I don't have sound on. I never really do, because it's only like 2 sounds in the game. I 3 if you count Howard the Duck's awful screaming. But that'll be interesting to hear. New boss rush as well, and some more stuff as well. Boss rushes are always great. Some nice easy rewards there. They're a lot of fun. Always well thought out too, especially the community ones. Okay, so part 2, alliances. This will be talked about on the 25th of June. So basically short term, lots of quality of life features to reduce stress and time pressures, and then some big features as well. So First off, Alliance tools. They talked a little bit about this in the short-term roadmap as well. Battle group assignments and top champions. But in addition to that, we have lane and defender assignments, which are very promising. I'd love to just kind of have my defenders be assigned to me from in-game and just have them auto-placed or something like that. Be great. War Refresh, talked a little bit about this in the short-term roadmap as well, with the new narrative. It's being the Grandmaster's War now. But new map, nodes, and the defensive tactics. So we're now going to be getting those boosts where if you use a champion that is subject to that same defense tactic, they're going to get a bonus. So if I'm facing Flow and I use a control champion, then I get an attack and a health bonus. So that's going to be pretty nice. And I've always really enjoyed Alliance War, so I like seeing kind of changes to it to refresh it. And rewards, always great. I just recorded my Season 18 rewards opening, got some good stuff out of that. So more rewards is always better, and that's for Season 19 as well. Brand new vision for the future of Alliance War. I guess it's just a promising thing there. Hopefully they'll keep making changes to it and make it a little better. Quest rebalance. This is for AQ, I assume. Evaluating timer, energy, and node design to reduce stress. This is great. I know a lot of people have been talking about this, kind of how you need to log in so many times to complete your path. You need to wait for people to take down nodes for you, that kind of stuff. So, be interesting to hear Kabam's in-depth thoughts on that. Quest future, new features, gameplay, and competition for the future of Alliance Quest. Not quite sure what exactly to make of that, but it looks really interesting. And then the last one, oh man, Help All. No, it can't be. Can it? You bet your ass it is. I'm so glad that they left that in the final thing. Help All is coming, and that is wonderful. I know that the help system in itself is really bad, but just being able to hit Help All, get that Insta 1000 loyalty a day is going to be great. Alright, Part 3 Champions coming on the 29th of June. This is the one I am most excited for. So they got a couple things coming on here. Breakdown vision of buffs to the aging roster. So future reworks, much needed reworks. A tease of 2 of the most anticipated Marvel characters of all time. I don't know who this is. I am hoping. I've always asked for Kate Bishop. Would be great to see in this game, kind of like an advanced Hawkeye. Maybe like different arrows, that kind of stuff. Jubilee, maybe Kitty Pryde. Maybe adding an Odin would be great. And a deep dive coming into the changes to crystals and Sigstones. So crystals is interesting. Sigstones is great. So talk about champion design and balancing ethos. They're going to start working their way to at least 2 champion buffs a month, which is phenomenal. I think the only thing that kind of matters on this is when they hit 2 champions and kind of how often they keep them. They have plenty of champions that could use even just like slight tweaks. So I'm interested to see what they kind of do with that. A Magneto buff. Long time coming. Can't wait for that. I don't know if it's Magneto or Magneto Marvel now. Since it just says Magneto, I'm guessing Red Magneto. 5-star releases. Missing champions from the 5-star, they're coming. I don't know if this includes Scarlet Witch. I would honestly, if I had to go out on a limb, I would say it doesn't. Because they've said time and time again, Scarlet Witch is broken. So I don't think we'll see a 5-star Scarlet Witch, but I think this is more about like War Machine and Wolverine, who have still not made it into a 5-star despite not being broken in any way. I think we'll start to see them coming up soon. Maybe in 5-star featured, maybe in the basic pool. I'd rather see them in the basic pool personally, even though it's pretty diluted now. Champion tease, they already talked about the 2 most anticipated characters, but maybe we'll hear a little bit more champions coming soon as well. Who knows when these most anticipated ones are coming, but we got Sasquatch and Guardian next month, so we'll have to see about what other future ones they talk about. Crystal update. More control is the part I want to point out here, and brand new crystals. So more control to me means more like Nexus crystals, where you get to pick your reward from a selected bunch. We'll have to see. I know they don't like adding Nexus crystals too often outside of like paid stuff, so we'll have to see what that exactly means. More abundant and accessible Sig Stones. Love it. What's holding my prestige back personally is Sig Stones. I could have like 500 points higher than my current prestige if I had enough Sig Stones or if I bought offers with Sig Stones in them, but I don't, so my prestige hurts. I'd also love to see this because if you watched my crystal opening video, I just pulled a Namor, but I have no Sig Stones for him. More abundant means that I'm more likely to be able to rank up Namor and actually get a good use out of him and bring him to high Sig. Finally, dual targets. These are already in game. If you search people like Quake, Wolverine, X-23, they already exist in game. You could already see them. They have a 6-star rank 3 of the champion, including a 6-star Quake, although I don't think 6-star Quake will be added anytime soon. It's good to see that they have already added these, and they'll be nice and easy for lookup now. I was trying to look up a Vision Arcus the other day, and it would use some character I just could not actually type. So it's great to be able to just not have to look up a name, and instead just be able to search the champion. So more detail on that on the 29th. That's definitely the one I'm most excited for, the champions. Finally, the future. So released on the 1st of July, we'll have some more detail on this kind of stuff. So look behind the curtains like never before. New interactions just for fun gameplay. Looks interesting. Progression and more challenges. So exciting for this kind of stuff. So quality of life changes, making the contest smoother. Arena improvements. Yes, please, thank you. Number 1, better AI. Love it. I have been losing my streaks to 6-star rank 3 Dooms that refuse to throw anything other than an SP3. Can't wait to see better AI. Less screens. I don't even know what they could do for this because they already reduced the screens once. If you're a long-time contest player like myself, you'll know that after every fight, you used to have to go back to the fight where you could see, or you have to go back to the screen where you could see all 3 fights. And you'd have to click next, and then bring you to the fight, and then you have to go, and bring you back to that screen, and then you bring you back to the fight. You have to go back and forth every time. You don't just go fight all 3 fights in a row. So I really don't know what else they could reduce, unless they reduce like the champion selection screen, and all that kind of stuff. So we'll have to see. And a more engaging grind. We'll have to see. Maybe a more engaging grind could actually get me to do some arena. More engaging to me definitely means more fun. We'll have to see. Incursions future. What's coming to them? Gameplay, buffs, and rewards. Always exciting. I like incursions a lot more than dungeons. I actually run incursions. Right now, I basically run them for the gold. It's about like 700, 800k gold a month, which is just a nice buff to be able to rank 4, rank 5 someone right away. It's just nice to have, but it's not quite enough, I think. I'd like to see them add more ways to get 5 stars and more ways to go after specific 5 stars. Because right now the Incursion Crystals don't even have Aegon and Nick Fury, which are the 2 that I want. So I'm not really going to be going for any Incursion Crystals this month. We'll have to see what they add and that kind of stuff. Social progression. I don't know what this has to do with. I think maybe based on like the friendship titles. Because I'm not sure how you can kind of progress socially. Yeah, I really don't know what to make of that one. New gameplay is weird, but I love it. A tease at some brand new fight gameplay mechanics. I don't know what this could mean. Gameplay mechanics means to me like lights, mediums, heavies, and that kind of stuff, like the actual attacks you throw. So I don't really know what else they could add. My first thought goes to the Transformers Forged to Fight, which is another game by Kabam, where you have a 3D arena and you can dash up and down to kind of go forward and backwards in the arena, which is really interesting, but I don't think they're going to be adding something that complex to the contest. But will be very interesting to see what their new gameplay mechanics are. New mode. Take a look at some early mode designs to give your feedback. I think this is probably going to be like a kind of a beta for new modes, like maybe like a new Alliance War beta, that kind of stuff. So it'll be interesting to see that. They did an Alliance War beta a really long time ago, I think. I feel like I remember a map of just Dormammu's all over an Alliance War beta map. But that feels like it was so long ago. I'm not sure. And then finally, content commitment. Our contract, keep it up and deliver more. So just kind of hopefully setting up a roadmap of actual dates and kind of seeing when they'll release stuff. So all of this is incredibly promising, and I'm really glad that we have dates on when we're going to be getting more information. I think the biggest thing to me is when this stuff actually hits. Like, they can say, oh, Magneto will be getting a buff, but if this buff doesn't happen until 2022, it doesn't really mean much. So I really want to hope that we see some full dates on the 29th, on the 25th, on the 23rd. And overall, I am really excited for all of these things. Lots of content coming, lots of reward changes, that kind of stuff. It all looks incredibly promising. So props to Kabam That Jim for writing this up, and to all the other Kabam people that put this together and listen to all of the feedback. I see a lot of stuff in response to feedback that was given. Stuff like the evaluating timers and energy, buff roadmap, sig stones, all pretty much, as far as I can tell, directly in response to feedback that I've seen, and it is great. I honestly am just really excited for all this kind of stuff, and I'll just keep looking to the future and hope this stuff comes sooner rather than later. And yeah, really excited for all of this, and can't wait to see what comes out of it. And I'm also very interested to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Do you guys think this is going to be really good? Are you a little bit cautiously optimistic, like I tend to be? Very interested to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Do you think this is some great stuff coming, or do you think it's not gonna quite pan out? I definitely think it'll pan out eventually. It all looks phenomenal. I really don't have anything that's really bad here, other than just it depends on how long that they take to add all of this stuff. It's what's the word? They're taking a lot on here, and I'm very interested to see I'm very interested to see them add all of it. So yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on it down in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.